Let's launch Microsoft Office Word 2010 and begin by exploring some of the enhancements made to the user interface. From the Start button, select All Programs, then we'll choose Microsoft Office, and we'll locate Microsoft Word 2010 and select it. This launches the application with a new blank document waiting for us to begin our work. The biggest enhancement, something that's brand new to Office 2010, is something called Backstage View. And this allows you to get to the tasks you need and complete your work more efficiently. In the top left corner, you'll see the File tab. Go ahead and select it. Now this replaces the Office button in Word 2007, replaces the File menu from previous versions, and Backstage View is available in all the Office 2010 applications. Now with Backstage View, you get a single location for essential information about your document, such as permissions, sharing, and versions. We'll see information on the right-hand side for our brand new blank document. But let's open up a document to see information about it. You also have some common commands here for saving, opening, closing, printing, sharing, and so on. Let's select Open. And we'll navigate to our exercise files. If you've got them, you can follow along with me. If you don't have the exercise files, open up any document if you'd like to follow along. We're going to the Chapter 1 folder and then double-clicking the 0101 subfolder where we find a Word document titled Hansel Petal Letter. So we can click that once and choose Open, or double-click the shortcut to open it up. You see it in the default view. It's kind of zoomed out. We can zoom in if we want to better be able to read the content in this letter. You can drag the slider in the bottom right corner here. I'm going to go to 100%. And now let's go back to the Backstage View tab here by clicking the File tab. And notice now Info is selected here, but we've got compatibility mode now, and we've got additional information about this document appearing on the right-hand side. You'll see related dates, the properties of this document, the number of words and pages, etc., the size. I also like how you see the full path across the top. You'll see the name of the document, but you'll also see the path where you can find that document. Now over here on the left-hand side, if we want to close this up, we can click the Close button. Let's do that and go back to Backstage View by clicking the File tab. Recent is now selected, and that document, which is the document we just closed, appears in the Recent Documents list. And if we always want to have easy access to it, we can pin it to this list by clicking the Push pin. Now it will always appear under Recent Documents. Even if we open up other documents and close them up, this will always be one of our recent documents. You can always unpin it if you don't want that. And you can right-click any option here, any of the documents that appear in Recent Documents, and choose to remove it from the list if you don't want it there. All right, let's go back to any one of the tabs on the ribbon. The ribbon has been enhanced. It's available across all Office 2010 applications. It allows you to access more commands quickly. For example, if we go to Insert, you're going to see a number of insert commands, including a new one, Screenshot. If we go to Review, you'll notice we've got a number of options here, including Translate. Now, these aren't available to us because we don't have a document open. But let's go back to the Backstage View again. This time, though, you'll notice New is highlighted. It knows what should be selected for us. We've got a number of templates to choose from, as well as templates that are available online if you're connected to the internet. Blank document is the default, so all you have to do is click Create over here, just below the preview of what a blank document will look like. Now the ribbon has all of those commands showing up as selectable or usable. What I really like about the ribbon is we can customize it, personalize it. For example, if you wanted to remove any of these tabs you don't use, or even add your own personal tab, you can do that. We'll go to the File tab to access Backstage View, but this time we'll select Options. Here on the left-hand side in the navigation pane, click Customize Ribbon. And here's where you get to see the list of commands that can be added to any of the tabs. Also, you'll notice these tabs have check marks. Anything with a check mark is visible. Anything without a check mark, like the Developer tab, for example, you don't see on the ribbon. So if we just move this out of the way and we select Developer, for example, it will now appear on our ribbon when we click OK at the bottom. So we now have a new tab, the Developer tab, which we have access to a number of additional commands. Let's go back to the File tab, back to Backstage View and Options, and select Customize Ribbon. Now maybe you don't use a Developer tab, so we just deselect it by clicking the checkbox again. But look at this down below. You can add a new tab. So let's choose that. A new tab is created. And you can see here, I've got the new tab checked off by default. Here it's called New Group. So this is where we're going to add our commands if we wanted to. And if you want to do that, go ahead and start grabbing the commands that you use on a regular basis. Maybe you want to put cut, copy, and paste in there. Select it, click the Add button. Cut, select it. You can add it as well. These are listed alphabetically. These are popular commands. There's paste, add it, and if you want paste special in there as well, you can add it too. So you notice that it's not just going to be editing commands here. If there are others that you like to use, like open, you can add it. So they're all from different groups. And we can also choose different groups here from this drop down at the top, like tool tabs. If you wanted some of the table design tool, for example, you could add it. Now you're adding all of these into your new tab, which of course you can rename. So let's click New Tab to select it, then click Rename. And we can type right over what appears there. I'm going to type in Dave's and click OK. Now click OK again and you'll see the new tab appear at the very top. So here when I click Dave's, I'm going to see all of those tools that I've added, and I can go back at any time to modify that. Let's go back to Backstage View. We'll click File, Options, and let's go back to Customize the Ribbon, because we can also do the exact opposite, which is to remove tabs. If we just deselect it, it won't appear on our ribbon. But if you want to remove it, it needs to be selected. And at this point, all you have to do is right click and choose Remove. I'm going to do the same for the Design tab I created, and it's gone. When I click OK, notice that my ribbon is back to the default. So with Backstage View, you've got quick and easy access to not just information about your document, but all of those commonly used commands. And with the ribbon, you've got more commands appearing on the ribbon, and you can personalize it. Brand new here in Microsoft Word 2010.